بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سير الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. In the hadith collected by Imam Bukhari, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that there will be a person who does the actions of the people of the fire. However, he is actually from the people of paradise. And there's a person who does the actions of the people of paradise. However, he is actually from the people of the fire. And then he said, إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالِ بِالْخَوَاتِيمِ. He said that, no doubt about it, the actions are rewarded, or the actions are measured based on how they end, based on the end of them or the last of them. So the meaning of the hadith, and there's many other hadiths similar to it, that someone could live their whole life doing the right thing, but they take a wrong turn and they end that way, they die on that way, and that wrong turn leads them to punishment. And likewise, someone else could be astray their entire life, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides them at the end. In another hadith collected by Imam Ahmed, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that whenever Allah wants good for someone, man yuridillahu bihi khayran yasta'miluhu, he uses him, or he puts him to work. And the companion said, how does Allah put them to work, Ya Rasulullah? And he said, Allah causes that person, He gives them tawfiq, yuwafiquhu, He gives them tawfiq to do good deeds at the end of his life. He gives him tawfiq, He gives him the success, He gives him the ability to do good at the end of his life. And so the scholars, they mentioned that for any action, this applies. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالِ بِالْخَوَاتِيمِ. The actions are based on how they end. And so they advised us in the month of Ramadan to also ensure that we have a strong ending, to ensure that we end the month with a lot of istighfar, a lot of seeking forgiveness for our shortcomings within the month, for a lot of praise of Allah, alhamdulillah, for giving us the ability to reach this far in. But to understand that what happens with many people is after the 27th night, they say, alhamdulillah. They say, we saw the pictures. You all saw the pictures of the sun, mashallah. There were some pictures of the sun. It maybe the signs were there. But then we take the gear down to one and we start to slow it down a bit. And okay, alhamdulillah, inshallah, I caught Laylatul Qadr, I'm done. Right? So there's an authentic narration where the Prophet said, seek Laylatul Qadr in the last night of Ramadan. Like, don't end. He didn't stop i'tikaf after the 27th. He didn't stop worshiping Allah after the 27th. And remember, what's the goal? Remember what's the goal. The goal of i'tikaf, the goal of Ramadan, the goal of our fasting, the goal of our ibadah, ultimately is what? Why are we doing all of this? Why are we putting all this effort forth? Why? To please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And where do we want to go as a result? What's our ultimate home, inshallah? Where is it? Jannah. We should be enthusiastic about it. Jannah, Ya Rab. That's the goal, right? Nowhere else. So as we consider that, take these lessons that we're learning. Ramadan is the month of patience. Ramadan is the month of what? Patience. Shahru sabr. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, Shahru sabr wa thalathati ayam min kulli shahr ka sawm ad-dahr, right? The month of patience and fasting 3 days from every other month, it's like fasting for your life. So in this month of patience, unfortunately, I've been to some masajid, some iftar, there's still some arguments that happen in the parking lot, some people that are being, impatient, losing the benefit of this beautiful month of patience. And remember that if our goal is Jannah, then the angels have a very special greeting for the people when they go to Jannah. What do they say? They say something very beautiful about patience. They say, سلام عليكم بما صبرتم سلام عليكم بما صبرتم فنعم عقب الدار. They say, peace be upon you for what? For your patience. Because of what you were patient with. You were patient fasting day in and day out. You were patient standing at night to pray. You were patient staying away from the haram. You were patient contributing to your community. All these things took patience. They take perseverance. They take effort. So don't lose that lesson in these last couple of days, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to carry these lessons through the rest of our lives until we meet Him, until we hear the angels call upon all of us and our families. Salamun alaykum bima sabartum. Peace be upon you for all that you were patient with, and look at the beautiful home that you've ended up in. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us all Jannatul Firdaus ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakumullahu khairan ala husni isma'ikum. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.